Hey, this is Mark, and we've got some Samsungs to work on tonight. I'm going to start with this S6 that is no power, no boot. It's here for data recovery, and I'm going to take a second to pull up the chat. Let's see, chat. All right. So, I've already done a little bit of looking at this board and probing around to kind of get an idea of what the problem with it is. So I'll just go ahead and go through that initial troubleshooting so you guys can kind of follow my thought process here. So I've removed the shields for like the top half of the board, the stuff that's not cellular. And the first thing I do with these no power ones is to just kind of see what they do on DC power supply. So I'm going to connect up the DC power supply at 4 volts and see what it tells me. And it is pulling 40 milliamps before I prompt to boot. And then if I prompt to boot, it does absolutely nothing. It stays there at 40 milliamps. So next, I'm going to see if power is reaching VCC main through. It has a transistor kind of similar to this guy right here. It's kind of similar to the Q1403 in the iPhone 6. It connects the main battery power to the Samsung's equivalent of VCC main. So going to measure the power coming out of this guy, and I've got 4 volts over here, and then I know that this big fat trace here is essentially Samsung's VCC main, and I've got 0.004 volts there, so that's definitely not right. So now I will switch over to diode mode and see what the diode mode reading is on this line, and it is full short. So next step, inject voltage directly into the Samsung's VCC main. All right, connect the ground, and I'm pulling 3 amps immediately at 1.3 volts. So that's not really enough wattage to generate a lot of heat. So I'm feeling around for heat, and it's a little bit warm around PMIC, but nothing is really jumping out as a pinpoint of, that's definitely getting hot. So we will try some freeze spray. So it's kind of, this general area is getting a little bit warm. All right, everything's nice and frozen. So I'll connect power again, And oh, look at that. Immediately, this guy. So that is a good candidate to remove. And I'm just gonna pop him off. All right, now that he's gone, let's see what I get. Now the line is 0.346, which is about normal. So checking again up here, yeah, getting 0.342. So that's definitely a good sign. Go ahead and try booting it and see what it does. So now when I connect power, I'm not getting any current draw immediately. So that's good. And prompting to boot, and it looks like it's pulling the correct current. And we have image and a phone that looks like it's booting. So now I'll just make sure that it actually boots up and has touch, and then put it back together. All right, so while it's booting up, I'm gonna check chat, see what's going on here. All right, we're booted. Need to turn the screen back on though. Oh, come on. Well, I can see on the DC power supply that it is still booted, but power button prompt is not turning the screen back on. That's a little odd. Oh, it's just the screen was dim. There we go. So we've got touch. Attempt to enter the passcode, but it's not going to work because I don't know it. I have to check the paperwork, and I'm going to throw this back into the stack of devices that are ready to recover. So that was pretty easy. Wish they were all like that. So I think that's going to make for a pretty short video tonight. Yeah, I was expecting that to take a little bit longer. Wasn't really prepared for it to be that easy. All right. Spectre is asking, is canned air cheaper than free spray? Yeah, I think it is. It just happens to be what I have on hand, so it's, you know, rather than order a $12 can of free spray or whatever, I just turn this thing upside down and use it, and works great. Yeah, so long screw title is because I can't log into Jessa's YouTube account. I just have the stream key, so I can't go in and change the title. She's gonna probably change this tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna end the stream now because this one's done, and that was really all I had queued up. I do have an iPhone 6 long screw job that I've got to take apart and get ready, but I didn't have that prepared because I expected this to take quite a bit longer than it did. So I might stream again tonight in an hour or two. When am I going back to New York? Going back to New York a week from today, next Sunday. I have a flight back. Yeah, Paul Daniels, that's a good idea. I'll have Lewis change it. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching, and maybe I'll stream again tonight. If not, have a good night.